that bat something.
Something.
I don't know. But I do know that we're going to wait and see our first person pop up, and then we will unveil. I don't know. So you talk, Mama. Tell them what's what.
What's what? What's up, party people of YouTube?
What up, people?
Danny's first.
Danny's first, winning.
At least on our side, she's first.
Mud Pie, hello. Brian B, Danny B, hello, Jason. Becky 0512, hello, Palmetto Paratrooper. Jan, Mike. I was thinking about you today, Mike, honestly. I was having to get gas because I got to take a little bit of a trip tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I was fueling up the van, and I don't know why, for whatever reason, you popped into my head because I thought I saw somebody at the gas station who looked like your profile pic. Huh. So if you were anywhere near Lebanon, Ohio, you let me know, because mm-hmm. it might have been you. I mean, people always kind of generally look at me with a very strange look anyway. Like what just happened? So this person looked at me with that very strange look.
Because you were staring at them, probably.
I was like, looking. But I didn't, So who knows? Yeah. If it was you, Mike, you let me know. If not, hey, Brian Hendershot. Glad you're here. I meant to call you back, and I got sidetracked. Doggone it. It does happen. So welcome, everyone, to Sunday Night Live. Yay! The crowd goes wild.
Bandana Grandma called you whippersnapper.
That's probably, she's probably a little chronologically.
Well, it's Bradley G. Whippersnapper.
Oh. Anyway, I hope you guys are prepared for and ready and excited for yet another exciting and soon-to-be classic edition of Sunday Night Live. Oh, the crowd goes nuts. There's explosions and stuff. Evening, Phil.
Heather.
Gang's all here, guys. By the way, Silent Wayne has kind of created for himself, I think accidentally. It might have been us.
I think
we did it, and then it just worked, and it was fun, and it clicked. But I think you guys, more of you, should come up with like call signs or things that happen when your name is called.
When your name is popped up. Of course, that would be difficult if everybody popped up at once. I mean, there's 53 people in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I think it would be kind of fun if everybody knew when they see your name, there's a character or an attitude attached to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but that's one of the fun things I've really enjoyed about doing this is getting to know you guys from your comments and your wit and your wisdom, and just the way that you interact with each other is just as fun as when we interact with you. So maybe a call sign, Palmetto Paratrooper. What would we do with him?
Well, you always salute every time he comes on. Yeah.
It has to be something deadly. It has to be something deadly with Palmetto Paratrooper. I don't know. Nah.
No, okay.
I don't know. Silent Wayne is obviously.
I know. It's just funny.
So anyway, welcome, guys. I am excited. This week is Thanksgiving week, and it's one of my favorite holidays. Not only am I a fat guy, and so I'm kind of like the patron saint of Thanksgiving. Oh, trust me. I can eat my body weight in stuffing.
You really cannot.
That's not true.
No.
But just the idea of being people who's grateful for what we have, I think is enormous. And it's a step in the right direction for any people. Mm-hmm. And let's just say that our society hasn't been doing really good in decision making lately. And so hopefully we can use this time as a time to return to a time of gratitude. Yeah. So anyhow, Palmetto Paratrooper needs a bullseye target. Yeah.
No. Suburban Hillbilly said he needs a lethal crochet needle.
A crochet needle.
He says it so much like that.
She's coming for you.
That it happens.
The crocheting needles are coming out. It's what is it? Is it Shakespeare? The light of no. It was actually here's history. World War II or pre-World War II. Light of the long knives. It's the night of the long Needles.
You got that?
I'll get it out. I'll get it out. So I hope you're ready. PP is throat punch. Hey, Linda's Pantry, how are you? We were just watching your video. Literally had to stop.
Awesome video. Thank you.
Stop midway through, but we make them as rolls too.
Yep, that recipe works great as a loaf of bread, which we use for Christmas meat, and it is great for rolls for ham sandwiches that are, you know when you have the spiral ham for.
Oh, do you guys know what is it mincemeat, right?
Yeah.
Mincemeat.
No, minced ham.
Minced ham.
Yeah.
Minced ham.
Which is like a ham salad.
Yeah, it's like you got pickles in there, a little bit of mayo, some mustard spices, and ground up ham. And those sweet rolls are ridiculous with that. As a matter of fact, Mama used to make them for the evening meals at church.
On Wednesday nights, yeah.
And the attendance went up on nights that she was making them. It's straight up Scout's honor.
Yeah, and people would still sign up even though the meal was not that great. Because
they wanted the rolls.
They wanted dinner rolls. I would have to make double or triple the amount of rolls because nobody would eat just one. They'd have 3 or 4.
And it's really sad when you're watching pastors and teachers like lie and steal rolls.
Doug used to do that.
He would do that.
I know. He would just come in. He wouldn't have dinner. He'd just come in for a dinner roll.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So anyway, yes. Oh, by the way, Linda's Pantry made a great roll recipe. Yeah, I didn't even take the time to explain what's going on. If you haven't seen
Amish bread rolls.
If you haven't seen her video, she makes a dinner roll that is based on a recipe that we have, but she did this video and it's awesome. Awesome. So, all right, now we're finally to updates. What's going on this week? What have we been doing? What have you guys been doing?
Well, we've been dehydrating. We dehydrated all the peppers.
Yes.
We got all those done.
Which, okay, explain. We had a bumper crop.
Well, we had an early frost. Well, early. Mid-November frost. And we thought that all of the peppers that were left were gone. And we went out there and we got, 2 5-gallon buckets full of red and green peppers, some yellow. So we dehydrated all of those, and the animals got all the scraps, and oh man, they had a heyday. Oh wait.
Oh, we'll talk about that later too. We'll talk about that later too. Barbara Rote says, everything Linda does is great.
It's true.
See there, Linda?
That is
Pat on the back, sister.
Funny.
Hey guys. Hey Russell. Okay, so other stuff we've been doing. It's Thanksgiving week. I said that I love Thanksgiving, and we've been getting a lot of preparations. You guys need to know we have something planned. Something secretive. Something I won't tell you much about, but you need to be watching this week.
Oh yeah.
Because we got some stuff planned.
Lost there for a second.
We've got some stuff planned that you're gonna have a lot of fun with. And but I will say this: for those of you guys who come in and participate in my Monday through Friday Bible devotion, we're postponing that just this week because there's a lot going on. And I may get time to put a video up, but it's not going to be the live interactive thing. Okay. Right. So know that we'll be back. It's just for this week, and then we will be back. But do not let your heart be troubled. We will be back. Just for that, we're still going to do videos and stuff. As a matter of fact, we filmed a video today that's going to be released tomorrow, and we got
funny.
It's pretty funny because we got we've got the animals. We got the goats and we got the cow. And we have plenty of alfalfa bales of hay for our animals to get through winter. And we figured it out so that even if winter went crazy long, that it's going to be fine. However, we just been feeling like, well, we found a guy that's selling big round bales, the 1,000-pound round bales, for only $25.
Yeah. So
we decided to get one and just put it out in the middle of the backyard, and that way they can go ahead and graze whenever they want. However, we don't have any heavy equipment except for these guns right here. This one's called Liberty. That one's called Justice.
Awesome. Yeah. We should arm wrestle because I milk a cow every day.
That's pretty hot.
See how that works out.
Anyway, we have no heavy equipment except muscle.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of a fun thing to watch us wrestling this 1,000-pound, mucky roll of hay, and we got it done.
Yeah, but Harriet wouldn't stop eating for 3 hours. She stood at that thing
munching,
eating for 3 hours, and they went to the center of the bale. It was really funny. So
yeah, so we were getting some cheap brown bales. Yeah. Also, Mama's been making a lot of cheese.
I made a lot of cheese.
It's the pull and squeeze roll. It's roll. No pull. You roll and squeeze. Yeah. So that's the method.
But you wouldn't know.
That's the method. You roll and squeeze.
Milk the animals.
You just punch it.
No.
You punch your sack. You used to punch the sack.
You can stop.
Cheese.
So I took 3 gallons of our cow's milk and turned it into 6 1/4 pounds of fresh soft cheese, and took 3 gallons of our goat's milk, and that turned into 4 pounds of goat's cheese, of chev. So we have a lot of cheese.
So if anybody wants any, come on over. We'll hook you up.
Yeah, let me know.
We'll hook you up.
We got lots.
But the cow's cheese, it's not going to be a hard cheese.
It's not a hard cheese. It's a soft, crumbly cheese that you can put on salads. I like to put it on pizza. I like to put the goat cheese on pizza too. It is so delicious.
Goat cheese.
You don't have to eat the goat cheese.
All right. How many of you guys like goat cheese? Do you like goat cheese?
Sure lots of people
yes
like
or no? Cheese. Goat cheese, yes or no? Market set. It's real quick. It's either a 3-letter word or a 2-letter word.
Okay, Michelle's asking, which is better for dairy on a small homestead, cow or goat? Well,
depends on if you like goat's milk.
Yes, it is. It all depends on if you like goat's milk.
Tommy likes goat's cheese. Oh, we're totally sending you some, brother.
Yeah, no, a lot of
we're totally sending you some.
Honey. But
the funny thing is that when she started making it, I tried it and I'm like, nope, I'm out. But people that really, really love it around here that are friends of ours, they say it's the best cheese that they've ever had.
Yeah, it's better than the stuff they can get at the store. So
anyway,
yes, it does taste like a goat smells.
That's exactly the way I describe it.
Like it. But when you have it mixed in with a salad or with pasta or on pizza, it just so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So okay, last item I think of the.
I think Jason likes it. Jason and Robin like goat cheese.
They like goat cheese?
Yeah, because they said it yes 4 times.
We'll have to get you some. I don't know how we'll work that out, but we'll figure it out.
Don't worry.
Tommy says we put it on salads and it really does change the whole dynamic.
It really does. He's right.
He does. It is true. Actually, there's a salad that we make that has, and I'm not a frou-frou salad guy. I don't do frou-frou salad. Like, she likes all those pokey things like the weeds. We like weeds. I don't.
He doesn't. He likes iceberg lettuce.
Or romaine. But there's this salad that we make that has cranberries in it and almonds and the cheese and then this creamy balsamic dressing that is just delightful.
What? JM says, just go lick the goat, same taste.
I agree.
No.
Yes.
No.
So, and also Mama has been working on, okay, I got to stop right here because around our house, it's really hard to keep a secret about anything, especially a Christmas present.
Right.
And especially stuff that you're going to make for somebody. But Mama knows that I love her homemade scarves.
He's ridiculous. Since we moved here,
that's all I ask for.
He begs for a scarf every year, and I have made him 2
wool scarves.
Not knit, but sewn wool scarves that we bought the material from Joann Fabrics, and I sewed them, and they're beautiful.
I gotta tell you what, no, just hold on 1 second. No, about the wool scarf.
I'm not done.
I love my scarves.
I've also made him a the loop knitting scarves, whatever those loom things are. I don't know what they are, but I made a scarf like that because I can't knit to save my life. So
I was going to go back. I wanted to talk about the wool scarf.
okay.
This wool scarf is awesome. It's one of the really, really long ones. It's got to be 8 feet long. Mm-hmm. And you loop it in a certain way where it hangs right nice and makes a nice looking knot here. And if you were to go purchase this, it would easily be $300. Mm-hmm. Easily $300. But so for us to, because we would never spend that kind of money on any piece of clothing. No. Never, ever.
And I think we spent $25 or $30 on the material.
Yeah. And so I get all kinds of geeked out and excited when Mama starts making stuff. And there's no hiding it. So she's been making my Christmas present, which I'm really excited about. And it looks great. I get a new scarf. Look at that.
This is crocheted with the waffle pattern. So it's got some really good dimension to it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And this is the back of it. The back is pretty, but the front is what really is, it just really is pretty. So.
Happy guy right here.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get my Christmas present.
And it's already 76 inches long.
Yeah.
And it didn't take me too long to do it, which I was surprised. It's actually keeping my lap warm at the moment. Oh, darn it. I dropped the needle.
Dropped your needle.
You did.
All right, guys. It has come for that time of the evening where you may shamelessly plug and should shamelessly plug any and all channels, including your own, of whomever's content you want to share with the group. If you've been, digging on a certain channel, go ahead and type their name in so everybody can see it. We'll try to read as many of them as we can. And don't forget to mention your own channel, because we are a family of givers. We want to give. We want to give back. We want to give to you.
Grandma's one of my favorites.
Bandana Grandma. Pastors in Plaid. I've never heard of them.
Cool.
I got to check that out. Pastor in Plaid. Off Grid Kid.
Woo!
Do It Yourself World. Off Grid Nation. Get them 10K subs.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, we're going over to Tommy after this. For Shizzle. Arky Off Grid. Don't know that one. Big Bear Homestead. JNL0.
What?
Pastor in Plaid. Second one. Is this a new channel?
I don't know. We'll have to check it out. And American Homestead, they are an awesome channel.
American Homestead, I like Zach. His content is excellent.
Okie dokie Acres. Cool.
Swedish Homestead.
Needy Homestead.
Needy Homestead, yeah. Pastor in Plaid.
I don't know if I can do an instructional video. I don't know if I'm not that learned.
Stay focused.
I can't. Red October.
Ooh, sweet. That sounds intriguing. Brad, that's Deep South Homestead's pastor.
Oh,
cool. Did not know.
Popple Backyard. I was just watching one of their videos today.
Start the Awaken. That sounds really interesting.
That's Daniel's. That's Daniel Go for Green new channel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Deep South Homestead, living on a dime.
Guns and Geeks. Cool.
That sounds fun.
Babette Cross.
Linda's Pantry.
And she's in her apron.
And she's in her apron is an excellent channel as well.
Hi, Kimmy.
Hope's Homestead. How come I'm not seeing more people saying Off Grid Nation? Because that should be up there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Off Grid Nation.
Am I Gardener?
Heck yeah.
One. Lightsaber Homestead.
Lightsaber Homestead.
Get over it, Jason. Jeez.
I can show you how to make one, but now I'm not gonna.
No.
Nope.
No. Tiny House Prepper. They're family of Empty Hammock.
Okay.
Tiny House Prepper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off Grid Nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kimmy.
Keeping it real.
Funny. Rain Country, another one of my faves.
Now, Mama, what was your channel shout out for the evening?
Oh, it was Big Bear Homestead.
Big Bear Homestead?
Mm-hmm.
And do tell why.
Oh, he's made me laugh this week. Well, I should say Apollo has made me laugh this week.
Yeah. They got a dog.
They got a Rottweiler named Apollo, and he's a
love.
Yeah, he's a year old, and he's very cute. And just so you know, Jason, no, it's not 30%. I watch until you start your advertising, and then I stop. Because I know all that. I don't need to watch that part.
Yeah.
So I watch 75%. So
there you go.
Off-grid kid. Burning dinner with Mike.
Burning dinner with Mike? Is that a real channel?
That's a real channel.
That sounds like fun.
33 and a third homestead.
Oh no, I think she's chiming in off of Big Bear.
Yeah,
Off-grid kid. All right, guys. Okay.
Funny.
On to the first of our couple actual real live topics of the evening. And it's Thanksgiving week, and it can be an extremely hectic time. It doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. But for a lot of people, they get really stressed out, and they kind of miss the mark on what I think it's supposed to be about. But what I wanted to talk about in terms of Thanksgiving is, do you guys have any traditions that you continually do year after year after year? Thanksgiving traditions. Is there anything in your family that can be written, in like short without having to put a whole paragraph in, that are Thanksgiving traditions for you guys?
Yeah.
Let's see what I think. Who's got what? Adam the Woo takes you interesting adventures. It's one I like because he can burn beer.
Nice.
Happy Thanksgiving, Phyllis.
Nice.
Anybody have any traditions that you guys spell? Super stressed.
Stressed? Why were you stressed?
Complaining is a Thanksgiving tradition, apparently. Eating each other's nerves. Traditions, but they usually involve gunfire.
Getting on each other's nerves.
We rent out a lodge, so everyone in the family comes. Cool. Moving cows, eating too much, eat a lot.
Always watches Miracle on 34th Street.
Great movie. We put up Christmas decorations.
Yep. Scrabble, Mad Battles. Fun.
Pumpkin rolls and saran wrap ball gift game. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, fun.
The Beautiful Life. There you go. Rose Bowl Parade. Deep fried turkeys. Oh my gosh. Yum. Alderman Farms.
We had our first deep fried turkey, 2 years ago?
That we made.
Yeah.
We've had it once.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I meant. The one that we made.
We have some friends who invite us over, and they made a turducken.
Yeah, that was really good.
So if you don't know what that is, it's a duck.
Turkey.
It's turkey.
With a chicken.
A chicken and a duck.
Yeah.
All in one.
Yes. Are they all deboned?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So good.
Turducken, fried turducken. Now, this is one thing that I have to tell you I think that last year may have broken the tradition for me. Maybe. We'll see. Ever since I was a kid, we watched the Macy's parade. We watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. And when I was a kid, it was great. I mean, you got nothing but the floats, and you got all this stuff, and then toy commercials are on, and as you get older and older, you kind of realize, wait a minute, this whole thing is nothing but a commercial. Yeah. There's no commercial. It's all one long commercial. And I was watching it last year, and I actually got angry. Because I'm like, well, there's just not even a little bit of Christmas spark or joy, or it's all selling. All of it's selling. And I remember getting so upset that I even turned it off. And I shouldn't be shocked by that, just because, that's what it is. It is what it is. But I'm going to give it another go this year, knowing that it's just selling. And I guess...
Well, it's also really hard to watch all of these...
people lip syncing to songs. Yes.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's
horrible. Coming from the music industry, those people are not singing. And I'm sure you guys know. They're not singing. It's awful.
Nobody sings in any big event. Any big event.
Super Bowl?
No, they don't. And they haven't for the last 20 years, guys. I remember going into the recording studio in Nashville right around 2000, and some of the recording engineers that were there had worked on one of Frank Sinatra's latest records, and they're like, yeah, we got to auto-tune the snot out of him.
Oh my goodness.
And and I was like, what? And if you don't know what auto-tune is, you know that T-Pain thing, or if you haven't heard the Cher song from like 20 years ago, they don't, it's all drawn in. You can literally take your mouse in the computer and draw in where you want it to be, and you can kind of scoop things in to where you want it to sound natural, but it's not, it's just not.
American Idol is living proof that the Gong Show exists.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it another go, but I make no guarantees.
Yeah, we might have to watch, you know, A Christmas Story or
Charlie Brown or
Elf.
You know, and Hilltown's where's Waylon Jennings when you need him? One of my favorite artists is Johnny Cash. And he wasn't when I was a kid. I was into like really hard rock, and so he didn't really mix. But as you get older, your tastes change and all that kind of stuff. And I think one of the things that's so cool about Johnny Cash is just that it's just plain real. It's just it is what it is. He doesn't even try to make bones about, like, he's not trying to be Bing Crosby. He's not, he doesn't even try. He's just like, this is what I am. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Well, and it's just, that's who he is. He doesn't give a rip about,
well, Johnny Cash is the man.
Yeah.
That's true. We watch The Wizard of Oz every Thanksgiving. That's a neat one. Johnny Cash is one of my all-time faves. Me too.
You know, I saw the other day, and Bandana Grandma will like this, but they have a new version of Anne of Green Gables.
Green Bagels?
Yes, Green Bagels. But I don't know if it's going to be any good. I don't know. I'm skeptical. But it's coming out on Thanksgiving night, so on PBS. So
I don't know. Martin Sheen?
Martin Sheen plays Martin, so.
Well, he's kind of taken a turn.
Matthew, not Martin, Matthew.
Matthew Sheen?
No, Martin Sheen plays Matthew Cuthbert.
Conaughey.
Stop talking. Jeez. Gets me so rattled. Jeez.
You love old country music? If you guys love old country music, you might know my dad. My dad was a country artist. He was on Capitol Records and CBS and Island at one point.
I don't know.
But he had two really big hits, and you'll know one of them, and then it was remade by another artist, and one of them is Before the Next Teardrop Falls. I'll be there before the next teardrop falls, kind of thing. That was my dad. And also, what was his other big one? Sweet Apple Wine. Yeah. Sweet Apple, and he's old school country. And I'll tell you what, the stories they tell, guys, the stories they tell is about the recording industry and how they used to do it. No way, I love that song. That's my dad, Amy.
Yeah,
Freddie Fender redid it.
Yeah. But Dad did it first.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah. But the way he tells these stories about how they would get into these big rooms, and they would just have kind of like little dividers that were, you know, acoustic absorbing things, but everyone had their amplifier there and their drums. My great uncle was Chet Atkins.
Cool.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Chet Atkins was the man.
Sweet.
And the drummer would have his spot, and everybody would just go for it, all in the same room.
Yeah.
You either get it or you don't. Oh, who is your dad? His stage name is Dwayne D. Duanedee. And he had a lot of.
There's only two E's.
Yeah, Dee. That's what I said.
Dee is what you said the first time. Yes, you did.
Whatever.
Okay. I'm cold.
So anyway, I get a kick out of it because it just shows how different of musicians are now and how much is engineered. You can make anybody sound like anything you want anymore as long as you got, you know, a $500 computer, $500 in software, and a little nerd to run your machine.
No, Phoebe, there is no relation. Well, as far as I know, no relation to Sandra Dee.
No.
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 She's the chef, isn't she? Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Okie Fendokie,
So
Joe.
anyway, there's that Thanksgiving stuff, guys. And I would encourage you. I don't know what it is about this year. Maybe I do, actually.
I know what it is.
I know what it is about. I have worked in a church for 8 years, and this is my first Thanksgiving and my first Christmas since I've been working at a church. And there's something about working at a church that robs your joy in the holiday season. And it's not that they're doing anything wrong. Do not hear me there. It's that you're so focused on the big time of the year that you don't want to mess anything up, and you want to make sure everything is perfect and everything is to the T. And so it kind of robs that from you, and you end up missing it. You end up missing it, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's gone. And so this year, we'll write that down on the blanket.
Oh, I will.
But this year is going to be the first year in 8 years that I will get to have actual real life stress-free Christmas.
What's that?
I know. Well, and you know what's funny is that most people get stressed out at Christmas. We never did.
No.
We never did before I started working at the church.
No.
You know?
Oh, no. A couple people asked if I made this. I did not. This was given to me when I had my wisdom teeth out a couple of years ago. Actually, 3.
Who gave it to you?
Church.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a sewing, knitting, and crocheting club.
It's a prayer shawl, and it's so warm.
It's very nice.
And David's blanket is coming along. Actually, we've gotten all the squares. We actually have a few more. Oh, sorry. David is our son, our 18-year-old son, who is in basic training. Basic training. Okay, he's in the Army at basic training. And
do
you want to talk?
Camp.
I'm done.
And so Mama's been making him a blanket. But
no, I started out making some granny squares to make him an Afghan. And
she realized she was not going to have enough time.
Yeah. I was not going to be able to get this done for Christmas. And so we asked a lot of you to make granny squares, and you guys came through, and wow.
A flood of granny squares.
A flood of granny squares. I believe there's enough to make 3 blankets. So I will make one for David, and I will make the other 2 for a veteran or someone who is
somebody's in need.
Right. So it's gonna be really, really cool. So.
Yeah. And by the way, Michelle C. Cutler, you're right. Can someone tell me why we have rap and country music?
Yeah, no kidding. That's weird.
I can't stand that stuff. No. And I understand that, the music industry is going to make whatever sells. And don't forget that, guys, because they wouldn't be making it unless there was a market. Okay. But I can't stand, it's pretty much basically rock and roll and rap and pop all wrapped together, and then you just throw a fiddle in there every once in a while.
Yeah,
I can't take it.
The new country songs are not.
It's definitely, yeah.
I think the newest country artist that's out that is really that's really good is Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton's a baller.
Yeah.
And I don't even really care for country music, but I can sit and listen to his music.
Right.
Some rap is good poetic. I don't know what you're hearing. I can rhyme. Rhyming's not hard.
Yeah. No, you're right. We call it crap too. Country rap.
C-rap.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Moving on to our next actual real life topic. We started talking about this. I guess we've been talking about it pretty much for a long time throughout the life of the channel. Yeah. But every once in a while, we'll hit little spots where it becomes highlighted. And last week, we brought it up because of Auntie Pam.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Auntie Pam had sent a challenge box to us in which she was challenging us to repurpose some items in it for other things. And she had also included some things that she had repurposed in it. And it really has gotten me thinking, because there's so many different uses for different things. It's like the game we play at the end of the night, which we will play, and I've picked out some challenging things. But I wanted to show you guys this, and I made a video on this probably 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So if you've seen this, forgive me. We'll get on to other stuff soon. But I actually went to the country, Haiti, on a missions trip, and several years back, and I was working at a job site one day. My job was actually filming everybody so that I could make video that would help the missionaries raise money in the United States to continue their mission. And I saw in a junk pile, because there's trash everywhere. There's piles of trash everywhere. I mean, to set the scene, guys, if you remember when they had the hurricane, the last hurricane, they set up tent cities and people were literally living in tarps and, you know, any kind of rickety thing you can figure out, they actually live in it. There's garbage piles everywhere. Yeah. And I found this in a garbage pile, and it's made of metal, and it's clearly a cross, and
it's a little rusty.
Yeah, it's a little rusty, but what this is, and I kept this as a reminder to me about the idea of repurposing things, the idea that you can take something, and if you look at it with new eyes, if you look at it beyond what its intentional use is, you can do something cool with it. Yeah. See, what they would do, guys, is they will take the steel 55-gallon barrels that come in off the ships, for, you know, whatever they need, whether it's oil or, you know, water or whatever it is that they need, and they'll take these things and they will literally, with their feet and rocks and pieces of wood, they'll bash them flat, and then they will remake them into stuff that they can sell.
Yeah.
And this one was probably discarded because it's maybe a little misshapen, a little this, a little that. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you a couple things and talk to you a little bit about this. This here, this bowl.
David brought that home from his trip.
Can you see these are all little divots. They like had something sharp and they poked, there's actual texture there. Those are little divots. And they would take these. This used to be a 55-gallon drum. And now it's a piece of beautiful artwork that they provide for their family. They sell these things. They sell those things, and there's several areas in, you know, Port-au-Prince. You can go to certain places, and they'll haggle with you, and that's how they will actually provide for their family.
These little divots here are from a screwdriver, from a flathead screwdriver.
Yep. So they'll take whatever they have access to. Here, and let me show you something else. Here's another one. Oh, and this person actually stamped their name in it. But look at the detail that's in there.
There's a hole.
And they're doing this, guys, with literally screwdrivers or any kind of pokey tool they can find. And I wasn't there when David bought this, but I guarantee you this cost probably $4.
Yeah, he said it was really inexpensive.
Can you imagine the amount of man hours that this took to make? And he bought it for $4. But now I want to show you the last one, and this one is probably my favorite piece that we have. Maybe.
Did you notice it has the serial number still on here?
Yeah, from the barrel.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool too. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you see these numbers? Yeah, like right through there. That's actually the serial number of a tracking number or shipping number that was bashed into the 55-gallon drum. Now this one is dusty. We just pulled it off the wall. But look at this thing, guys. Look at that. Look at the amount of work that went into making this. And I personally got this one, and I brought it home for the family. And this thing, I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say I paid $20 for that.
Yeah. You can see the detail. I mean, it's amazing how many.
Hold it up so they can see it, Mama.
How many?
These little divots.
Yeah.
There's
The
thousands on this thing.
Yeah. It's amazing. I don't. I'm amazed how long it took them.
But $20, guys. $20. And I got to tell you what, we here in the West live in a throwaway society. And that's got to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, how many cars do we need? How many houses do we need? How many this do we need? How many that do we need? Why can't we figure out ways to reuse what we've got access to? Or better yet, we as self-reliant people, we as homesteaders. No. Okay, I'm seeing you guys are saying, but you help the family out with that $20. Yeah. No, I totally get it. Yeah. I totally get it. And it's just when you live in the West, if you were to go buy that in an art gallery, that'd be $1,000. Oh, yeah. $1,000. Yeah. Easy. Mike, who did that? If you're asking about the art, then I don't know. Some dude on the street. They're everywhere down there. And they make this beautiful art out of trash. Yeah. And so when I keep this in my room, I keep it right next to where I make my videos and where I edit stuff. And I'm hoping that it's helping me, and I do believe it is, see that, first of all, and for those of you who are not into the God thing, sorry, I am. God can take trash and make beautiful things. He can make beautiful things right up out of the dust. And when I see this, I know that there's hope for me. And I know that there's forgiveness for me. But also that we need to be looking at things with different eyes. I mean, how much stuff do we throw away? We were driving by, we went and got that bale of hay today, right?
Yeah, did you see that pile of trash?
Well, no, we drove by a dump that is no longer receiving garbage.
Right.
It's a mountain. It's literally a mountain that's covered up with grass and dirt, and they've got vent pipes to vent out the methane all over, and some of them are on fire and some of them are not. But that mountain of trash, I just wonder how much of that could have actually been redeemed.
I'm sure a lot.
I wonder just how much could have been redeemed. You know, and the people in Haiti, they're forced to do this. They're forced to be creative. They're forced to do that because of the problems of their society and their politicians. They have no other option. If they don't take the junk that's around them and make it into something that they can actually use, they don't feed their family. Yeah. And so I hope, guys, that this is an encouragement to you. Look around. You'd be amazed to see just how much can be reused. And not, hold that back up again. This one? Yeah. And not just reused as something less than. This, to me, looks a lot better than a 55-gallon drum. This, to me, has lasting value for my family. It's not like I was throwing them $20 and going, oh, geez, I really feel better about me being in a rich country and you being in a poor country now. No, it was that this is going to have genuine value. And yes, we did want to help them. And yes, it is helping them. But when you look at this, they made a piece of artwork. And I guarantee you, the guy that I bought that from, he probably doesn't know how to read. He probably will never learn how to read. What he knows is I take this and I make this and I provide for my family, and his world is made a better place. And so let it be an encouragement to you. Look around. There's always stuff, you know. Anyway. Oh my goodness, it's already quarter till, guys.
Heaven Help Us says Rumsey Mountain in Cincinnati area is highest point above sea level. That's sad.
Well, in Cincinnati.
Well, in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But it's the highest point in Cincinnati above sea level.
Well, I don't know where Rumpke Mountain is, but this one is really, really, it's It's really sad because the land is just sitting there, and it's going to be sitting there for the next 1,000 years. Yeah. You know? So, all right, guys, now it's your turn to turn the tables, and we're going to show you we're going to do the game. Drum roll, please. And it's time for you to figure out and type in the other cool use. It cannot be its intended use.
The other white meat.
The other white meat. So this was originally intended to be a 55-gallon drum, which it was, and it was repurposed into art. So, first item of the evening, and if we got enough time, I've got 4 items instead of 3.
Woohoo! If we have time.
Ready, guys? Drum roll, please. Ready? On your mark, get set. A DVD.
Awesome DVD, by the way.
An amazing DVD. Mm-hmm. I don't make any money by showing you this DVD.
No.
But this is an excellent, excellent, excellent series.
Yep. And
if you haven't seen it, you should. Mm-hmm. But what is the other cool, awesome thing other than watching a movie you can do with a DVD? Mark, set, type.
There's loads. Keep deer away from your garden. That would be a good
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
Doesn't work.
Bread cutter, pizza cutter.
Ooh.
Reflector, wind chimes. Cutting tool. Ornaments.
Yeah, there you go.
A coaster.
Signaling device. That's
nice.
A good one.
Yeah, there you go. Christmas ornament.
CD scarecrow.
Clay pigeon. Not this one. No.
Scare birds, frisbee. Ooh,
scarecrow.
That would get dangerous.
Target. A target? That'd be good.
Oh, a target would be fine. I was thinking,
through the center.
Yeah.
Keep birds out of the garden.
And I think that I have picked out some items tonight that will be very, very hard for you to be creative with.
It's cold in here.
Here, take this.
No. It's okay.
Hang in the garden. Scare the birds.
See, Danny, I think you're right. Scare the deer away.
I think
that reflection.
Well, we bought. They're deer repellent things. They're little boxes about this big, and they have a solar panel on the top, and then they have red LEDs, and they flash every so often, and they're supposed to scare the deer away. It didn't work.
Well, when we lived in town, it didn't work. Here, we don't have a problem with deer.
That's because they don't come around because of the dogs and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So that doesn't really.
Whatever. Arnie, earrings.
Earrings. There you go.
Candle holder. Yeah, you could do that.
All right, next, make a mosaic. Now we're getting creative. All right.
There you go.
Next item of the evening. This one, you're going to have to get creative with. Because a lot of you maybe have never even seen one of these. Maybe you have. I don't know.
Where'd you get that?
I've had this for years, baby.
Really?
Oh, yeah, back in Scarecrow and Tinman. Oh. This is a traveling humidor for cigars. You put your cigars in there. You got your humidor.
What's the picture?
It just retains the moisture. It's like a moisture thing.
Oh.
A traveling humidor. Seals nicely.
No,
I don't think I would. It might be waterproof, but I'm not sure. So what would you do with a traveling humidor?
Yep.
First aid kit. Good one.
Yep. There's a gasket here.
So it probably
this could be your fire starter kit.
Ooh, but she's got a first aid kit.
No, first aid kit would be good, but you could keep your ooh, yeah. I might have to use it as a crochet needle carrier.
No. Of course, it's been years since I've smoked a cigar.
Yeah, thankfully.
It's money I can't justify.
Biological sample container.
Yeah, it's just money I just cannot justify.
Yeah, no, I'm only teasing. I wouldn't do that. I have something else to carry my 4 crochet needles in. I bought a whole package of them, 3 or 4 years ago, and I only have 4 left. I have no idea what happened to the rest of them.
Project box for electronics. That's a good one, old ways. And I'll tell you what, that makes me, reminds me. I can't stand that our Radio Shack closed down.
Yeah,
our Radio Shack is no longer here, and you can't buy parts for anything anywhere within 50-mile drive.
Nope.
And that stinks.
Seed storage. That's a good idea.
Keep your essential oils in it.
Yes.
Farmer Mima.
Ruth did a wonderful impression of Farmer Mima. Actually, she did an impression of Jason over at Big Bear Homestead.
Jason.
Pretending to be Farmer Mima. And it was... We still have yet to put that in a video. We got to do that.
Do I have it on video?
No, I have it on my phone.
I don't have it. I've never had access to it. I miss Radio Shack too.
Put sliver in it. We should put a sliver in it.
Silver? Sliver.
I know he was.
Sliver. Put inside an acoustic guitar.
I
don't think that.
There you go. Oh, it's Eric over Life in Farmland. Hey, Eric.
Put inside an acoustic guitar. It's too big, man.
Yeah.
It's too big.
You can't put that inside.
See, size of hand.
Pencil box. Yeah, there you go.
All righty. So we got to keep moving here because we're getting ready to go on over to Tommy over the Off Grid Nation show. Yeah. Now this one, I'll be interested because it cannot be used. It cannot be a projectile.
Right. BBs.
But they're not just the regular BBs, they're the 1/4-inch ones, they're the big ones.
Oh, those are for slingshots.
Yeah, these are intended for slingshots.
Yeah.
So what is the other crazy cool use for a bunch of 1/4-inch shot?
That hurt.
Oh yeah, no, that would really.
That hurt.
What you got, kids?
Paint thinner.
Oh, we're still on the other thing, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah.
Pie weights.
Yes.
That would work.
Yes, it would. It would work great.
Clean out water rabbit bottles. Yes. Ball bearings. Huh. Make a rattle. Maracas.
Weights for
there we
animals.
Go.
Put someone's eye out.
Fruity marshmallow crispies. No?
Nice.
Mixing things.
Trap the driveway.
Oh yeah, anywhere. Like a dark hallway.
Yep.
It'd be just like Home Alone.
Booby trap for
gnomes. Gnomes.
Awesome. Irritate my wife. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's a good way to do it.
Put in a pillbox, seal with glue, and make a dog toy. Oh, that's interesting.
Nice.
Beanie Brad. Home Alone security system. Yeah. Trip up the burglars. Ammonium nitrate, some diesel, and BBs. I will not comment on what I know that is.
I don't. You're crazy. Jeez, oh Pete.
They're going to shut us down there, Jen.
Yeah, no kidding. You better be careful.
Yeah, roller bearing for tractor steering box. That would work. Melt them down to make them something more useful. All right, there we're getting some creative ideas.
Them on the floor and search for them the rest of your life. I have a feeling that he's done that before.
That's funny. Way back early in our marriage, I used to own a robotics company with a friend of mine, and we used to make animatronic animals, and we'd sell them to like Disney World and SeaWorld and different shows. And we had to one of the things we made a lot were scarlet macaws, and they were robotic and they would talk and it was all animated. But when you're building them, you get these big bags of feathers and you have to cut them all just to the exact right thing, and you cut the fuzz off, and then you literally glue them on one at a time, and you layer them just right. And I kid you not, for 10 years later, we were still finding red fuzz everywhere. On the ceiling, everywhere.
In boxes that we've moved.
We moved
4 or 5 times.
All right, guys, last one of the evening, and I have in my mind a use, but I'm not sure it's going to work because I haven't measured it. Okay, and this last one is 20 cents in nickels. 20 cents in nickels. So it can't be used for money. What can 20 cents in nickels be used for? And I'm waiting. I'll bet you somebody's going to come up with my idea.
Heaven help us said about the BBs. Put in a cup above a door as a booby trap.
That'll work.
Yes. Winning.
Okay. Drapery weight. That works for either of them.
For the
either
BBs,
of them.
Yeah.
Either of them for sure.
Yeah.
2 times. Washers, wheels on a car, glue the legs together, wobbly table lever,
there you go.
Guitar pick. That's not the one I was going to pick. Jewelry. A spacer for your Q-reg. There you go. No one's come up with one that I had an idea for because I don't think it's. I'm not sure about the size of them. Monkey fist. Slugs. Barbara wrote, got it. I was thinking you could cut open birdshot, put this in front of instead of the BBs, and make a slug or something really. That'd be nasty. That'd be nasty. That'd make a mess.
Wow.
Forge into a finger ring.
Yeah, you know what? Jonathan takes quarters and
he makes
makes
jewelry into them.
rings out of quarters.
Yep. So, all right, guys, right after our show, we're going to head on over to Off Grid Nation.
Yep.
Tommy has got a show prepared that's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. And besides, he's just devastatingly handsome. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. So, anyway, but before we do, I know that a lot of you guys know that we are people of faith and we like to pray for you. And so, if you're not, you can peace out, and there's no blood, no foul, no harm, no foul. But we're going to say a quick prayer for you guys, and then we're going to go on over to Tommy's place. So here we go. Father God, we come before you this evening, and we are so grateful for the many, many blessings you've poured out in our lives and all of the ways that you've blessed our countries. And Lord, we just want to be a people that is grateful and thankful. And so in this season of Thanksgiving, Lord, help us to reflect your love and mercy and to share with others and to show somebody else, who may not know you, just how much you love them through our kindness, through your redemptive work. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. See you guys.
Good night.
Outie like trouty. Goodbye.
Bye.